Good Wednesday evening, everybody. Dave here with Scale Models Midwest. Thanks for coming back to the channel. Thanks for liking and subscribing. Hit the notification bell so you see all the new videos as they come through. Please tell your friends about this. Again, this channel is dedicated to anybody that wants to build models or watch people build models and have fun doing it. Whether you do it for a contest or you do it for your shelf, do it for yourself. And if you see a kit that's out there, buy it, build it, and show it off. We'll be talking more about the showing off part of the kits in a moment, but I wanted to show you the progress I've made on the Petty Charger. It's almost done. I still have to put the windshield in place and a couple of hoses, the radiator support shroud, and a little more paint detail on stuff that I missed when I was painting on the trees, but it's almost done. Paint detail came out really nice. Everything went together real well. It sits square, all four wheels flat. Sand them, including the edges, got the decals on. I'm still going to use a gel pen and do some little markings like LF or PSIs that they had on some of the cars when they were pulling them off to put them on during pit stops. But again, did some panel line accent color for washes. Decals went on really nice. I especially like the decal for the fire extinguisher. Really nice. Underneath, a couple things. I've got a couple of plastic shims that I'm going to actually sandwich in between the headers and the pipe, kind of like a collector in a sense, but I will put that in place and then use some CA glue and zip kick to just make sure it's all nice and neat and tight. One thing about gluing, especially on these back shock absorbers, in kits of the past, years ago, I used to glue stuff and then put it in place, but I've learned not to. You want to wait to glue your stuff until the parts are on their little pins, then glue them. If you see a glue, zip kit holds them in place just like that. So highly recommend it. Altogether, the kit went together really well. This is definitely a wide open canvas for extra detail, and I can't wait to start doing that with the Ron Keselowski Charger that I'll be doing a full detail build on. For the body, I just want to show you real quick. Got the front end in. It looks nice. I wish that the decal sheet had a racer's edge decal. I would have put it right there on that front air dam, but it doesn't, and we're okay with that. Got the spoiler and rear end in place. Everything looks really nice. Fuel filler and the overflow. And then decals. On Sunday, I had posted where I had some lines across the fender tops where this decal did not completely match up with this really large side decal. And I wasn't going to quibble much over it, but I had plenty of extra decals that Salvinus JR sends to the Model Builders Club with every kit. So I went on ahead and used one of those sheets, cut very thin strips, and laid it out. Then I put microsol and microset on it and walked away for a couple hours. Came back and I was able to lightly bend the decal to conform to the fender top edge, and again put some more microsol and microset on it, and again walked away. And eventually it's come down to where it's reasonably solid. Okay, now I'm doing the same with this side. Basically, again, put it on, let it dry. Microsol and microset. Oops. Well, there you go. I can always get more stuff to fix that. Again, warts and all, you'll see progress, and if I make mistakes, you're going to see that too. It's all part of building models, just having fun with it. But again, I'll put the microsol and microset on it, I'll walk away from it, and then be done. Saturday, I'll have this kit fully put together. I'll show that off for you. But one other thing I wanted to show off before I head upstairs and finish up the video is on Sunday, I showed you this, where I tried to use the Tamiya TS36. And again, I'm a big fan of Tamiya paints. They're very forgiving, they go on well. However, this isn't vermilion. It's a white primer base coat, and it looks more pink. And petty pink just doesn't sound right. So I tried a gray primer. I used the Tamiya Surface Primer. Again, something I use quite a bit of. And fuchsia. So again, back to the drawing board. Then I tried flat black as a primer. And this is after 2 coats. And it just didn't look right after that, so I figure I'm not going to keep painting it, because otherwise I don't think it's going to come out the way I want it to. So, 2 options you can do. One, the excellent decal sheets from Salvino's JR. Use them, but also liberally use Microsol and Microset. Take your time, especially where the big decals line up with smaller decals, and they will work for you. They'll take an awful lot of time. They're probably going to take up some of your patience. But you know what, in the long run, if you do just that, they're going to look good. The other thing is you can mask your body and then get paint, airbrush ready paint, from companies like MCW Paint Finishes. I understand that they have the Perfect Match Petty Blue and Petty Vermilion Red. So I'm thinking I'll get on their website and buy a bottle of each and give it a try, and I'll let you know how that works. Again, the kit that I'm building for my full detail is going to be the number 99 or number 16, or sorry, 19 of Ron Keselowski. Again, he's the uncle of Brad Keselowski. I like the kit. I like the color, and it's unique. It's different. So I thought, why not? I'm going to build it over time, but in the meantime, I've got other kits to build, like the Junior Johnson 83 Chevy Monte Carlo, the Pepsi Challenger. And this Saturday, I'm going to actually have you help me decide what other kit to build behind that. I'll give you 3 kits that I'll have on my table from my stash, and I'll let you pick for me. And then I'll build that kit. With that, I'm going to head upstairs. I've got a couple other things to show you, and then we'll call for night. Okay, before I get this edited and put up on YouTube, I wanted to show you a couple of pictures that I pulled off the web of some cars that I've really wanted to build for some time now. This first one is the Bob Glidden Ford Fairmont Pro Stock. I just really like this car. Don't know why, but just a big fan of Bob Glidden. And I heard of a store that sells the resin kit for this out of North Carolina, somewhere in the mountains by Asheville. So I'm going to have to check that out and see if I can find it. If I will, I'll pick that up and we'll have that for a later build. The second one is the Neil Bonnett number 21 Ford Thunderbird. I could either do Neil Bonnett, or of course I could do Dale Earnhardt number 3 Wrangler. I really like this kit. Something about this T-Bird that I really like, just as much as I like the T-Birds of the mid-'80s, like the Bill Elliott T-Bird. But there's just something about this boxy T-Bird that I really like, and I figure this is another kit I want to build. I've got a couple of kits that I'm looking at on eBay. Hopefully towards the end of the bidding I will place a bid myself and hopefully win. The next kit that I've got here that I would love to build, and I've got a couple of these, 66, 67, 68 Mustang notchbacks, if you will, I guess. This one is a picture from the 1982 movie La Marginale that starred Jean-Paul Belmondo. And in this movie, he drives around in somebody else's really wicked Mustang. If you see, this thing is just awesome. I mean, it's cut low. It's got radius wheel wells, a bunch of dents on it, driving lights. I'll take some liberties with this. I figured if I build this kit, I'm going to use a Joe Mendoza Iceman's 5-liter Coyote motor, and I'll do a road race suspension. This is going to be one of those ultimate detail kits that I'd like to put together. It's just, to me, an awesome car, and I just want to have some fun with that one. Last but not least, the Olympia Charger that ran in Le Mans. I saw a video of this at the Goodwood Festival of Speed, and this thing is just gnarly, wicked loud. This thing just screams. And to have something like this at Le Mans, I mean, you can see it going down the straight at 200 plus miles an hour, just like the prototypes. But this thing is just wicked cool. I want to build this one. I've got extra chargers, and you know what? I'm going to do it. Last but not least, I wanted to showcase my first official viewer build. And I'd like to do this as a regular deal. So if you've got a kit you'd like to have featured on the channel, send me some pictures of it. My email is in my description, and I will post it for you and give you props. This one is from a kid that I know and teach martial arts to for a good while. His name is Logan. He got this as a Christmas gift, and basically on Christmas Day, built the kit. It looks fantastic. I want to thank Logan and his mom Robin for sharing this with us. Logan, if you're watching this video, man, big shout out. Love the model. Keep building. And for everybody else, if you see a kit that you like, buy it, build it, show it, have fun with it, and we'll see you in the next video.